We are talking about a bear that lives in Alberta that has become a legend and is called the Boss. And have you heard of the Boss?
I have not.
Do you like bears?
I mean, as much as anyone likes bears.
Uh, I love bears. I think they're great. I think that
Okay.
if you said to me if you could have one pet that wouldn't maul you, what would it be? It'd definitely be a bear.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, oh, fuck.
Jesse just pulled his arm off. His microphone arm.
I was looking up, as one does, late night when you're bored. I was looking up on Reddit if it was possible to defeat a bear one-on-one in unarmed combat. The
And
results are always the same, and they're always funny.
there's always someone who claims they could.
Right. No, of course. Well, that's the thing. Well, see, like there was an example, I think recently of, and this is just from the Reddit post, so I'm going to get the details wrong, but there was a boxer, like a well-renowned male boxer who was being chased by, I think it was a black bear, might've been a brown bear. And he turned around and he just fucking cracked the thing as hard as he could, like his fucking famous right hook.
How did he have
Right
time to
across-
put the gloves on?
right hook right across the bear's face. And it deterred the bear. The bear ran away. And that was a document of an unarmed man-to-man, man-to-bear physical combat where a man won, in quotes, won. But
I mean, yeah, he scared the bear enough for it to go, it's not worth it.
Right. Well, as they say, people in the comments were saying, like if we get hurt, right? If the bear, bites into our leg really badly and then decides it doesn't like the taste of us and wanders off, we can get to a hospital and we'll be okay. We know this as a species. If the bear breaks a leg, it is going to die. And so
they're a lot more selective about their opponents.
Exactly. Yes.
And
they say, like, you can scare a bear away.
And they won't get a big payout from a sports channel either, like a boxer would. No one's gambling on it. I think in a fight to the death, no. In an instance where you might be able to scare the bear, yes. But anyway, let's go and learn about the Boss.
What makes Canada boring?
Have you ever seen the flag? It's a leaf.
£1 million to go to Canada.
Canada is boring. I was actually shocked. I mean, from all the countries they could choose from.
Do you like maple syrup?
No, I don't. These Canadians ain't got a care in the world.
Get my country's name out of your fucking mouth.
I was like, oh, he's in Canada. All right. Okay, you communist.
The country needs you.
I'm Canadian.
But don't feel bad for Canada. Believe me, this is their strategy.
I'll tell you another thing, the beer sucks.
Don't run off to Canada. It's so boring there.
The Boss.
Hello and welcome to Canada's Boring. My name is Rhys Waters, and with me is the impenetrable Jesse Harley.
People have tried. They have failed. No one will succeed.
Never been penetrated.
Here's a little ASMR for you. We haven't done
Oh,
that
he's
in a
got
while.
a can of, what is that?
This is a sparkling cranberry ginger ale.
Disgusting. We haven't had ASMR for a little while, so there he is.
You're welcome.
You look like you've never opened a can before that we opened that then. Is this what it does?
Oh.
This is what the man on the TV did, so I'm going to do it. Anyway, Jesse, we're gonna come our small talk dimension. The STD zone will be at the end of the episode because we're going to go
as per usual
straight into the content for the whinges.
Have we been? We've been experimenting with that. And I personally agree with it. I think it was a good suggestion on Rhys's behalf, where we put the small talk dimension at the end of the episode, and anyone who wants to hear about our personal lives can stick around. Anybody who wants to dive right into the episode content can do so at the beginning. I'm just curious if we've heard any feedback on it, or like got.
Well, we haven't had negative feedback, so that's no news is good news as far as
shut the fuck up about your own fucking bullshit history and stories. We don't want to hear. We just want to hear proper educational content from.
How many times can a 41-year-old man tell stories about his Mustang? That's what they were saying.
I don't know. Have you looked at the stats? Like, are people
I don't
listening
know.
to the end more? You don't.
We haven't had any feedback. I haven't really seen much of a change, but I think it's a good thing. So
I genuinely love how much effort you put into this show.
You're welcome. As we career towards episode 500. Anyway, I want to tell you about the boss bear, also known as Bear 122.
We're starting to count the bears?
Well, yeah, because how do you track which ones are which?
Oh, I guess.
So it's called Bear 122.
That was supposed to be a joke, but I suppose. I mean,
the people in the national parks do track bears, and this bear was classified as Bear 122, but has now transcended that label and is called the boss bear.
See it. Okay. Right.
So essentially,
so if the bear does something of note, they get a name.
I think if the bear is a total badass, they get a name.
This is Edna. She's a prick.
Exactly. Exactly. Spike. They call it Prickly Edna. Anyway, so just so that the boss is a grizzly bear, and is around estimated to be 25 to 27 years old as of last year.
How
which is
old do
which
bears
is
live?
Well, in the wild, grizzlies typically live 20 to 25 years. So the boss has already outlived kind of your average bear. But there are reports of grizzlies living to 30. So he's actually like kind of almost like a record-breaking bear, but he's still totally in charge of the space he inhabits. So despite being old, no one messes with him. I've got a picture. Do you want to see a picture?
1 second. Yeah, I do.
I can share my screen. There you go. Look at him.
He's fucking huge.
He's a beast, isn't he?
Christ. That's a great photograph too. It looks like he's eyeing the photographer.
It does. It looks like he's going, "You're next.
You look like lunch."
You're next. So he's one of the biggest bears in the park. And apparently he's covered in scars from multiple fights with other bears and other predators.
I was going to say, like, in the wild, living to 25 is probably due to things like that. I'm just reading on Google right now that if you're like in a zoo where they're like carefully taken care of, they can live even up to their 50s.
But not in the wild necessarily. But he's covered in scars. He's got a chunk of his right ear missing. Depending on the time of year, he can weigh anywhere between 500 and 650 pounds.
Jesus.
And because he's so big, he typically gets the pick of the best food. Like as soon as he turns up, everybody else, all the other animals, they have a little meeting and they go, he's coming. We should probably clear out and just pick up whatever we can once he's done because he looks like a bastard.
I'll save this for the STD zone, but if anyone wants to wait until the end to hear, I know there's no fucking way I haven't brought this up on the show before because it's a thing that like it's an opinion that I have that I hold that everyone thinks I'm fucking crazy for. But I think if I were in the woods and I were being chased by a bear, that I could survive using a very specific tactic. Survive, not
for Jesse's life-saving bear avoidance tactic. Wait, listen to the end of the episode.
So remind me. And people think I'm fucking nuts, but no one's been able to give a counter argument. Like nobody.
Well, I look forward to trying.
Their answer is like, "You're fucking insane. It's a bear." I'm like, that's not an argument.
So one of the interesting things about this bear that really makes the bear stand out is that most grizzlies avoid like developed corridors like roads and train tracks, those kind of things, whereas the boss actively uses them to navigate.
The boss is awesome.
Yeah. So during
this is in Alberta.
This is around Banff National Park. So during a GPS collaring study, they tracked him across a range of over 2,500 square kilometers.
Collaring or cholera?
GPS collaring. He hasn't got the shits. He a GPS collar so they can track where he is.
So they put a collar on. Okay.
Yeah. And the area he covers Banff, Yoho, and Kootenay National Parks, which is a pretty big area.
Yeah.
So across that area, he hunts wolves, coyotes, and apparently he's even been seen to eat smaller bears.
That's why they call him the boss.
So in 2013, they found the remains of a black bear stripped to the bones and paws. And Bear 122, aka the boss, was sat there still at the feeding site.
Jesus.
So what probably happened was they suggest that the black bear stumbled in on the boss being at the wrong place at the wrong time, and was basically
I wonder what that looks like in the bear world.
mullered by the boss. What does that
Did
look
he-
like?
Did he catch him doing something?
Wait, he
shouldn't have
committed bear murder. Well,
No, I mean, like,
caught the
you
boss
said-
doing something. Like they
No,
shouldn't
well,
have
yeah,
been
that's what
doing.
I'm saying, right? Like cheating on his wife. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know, like,
exactly.
you shouldn't have seen this. Like,
He was in a cocktail dress. You shouldn't have seen this. I have to kill you and eat you. It's the only way. We've all been there.
we don't talk about that.
Yeah. So apparently as well, so because the boss follows all of the main like highway and train routes, he knows how to find all the berries there, and also eats grain that falls off the railway, the trains that are transporting grain. So he'll often go along the eating up grain and anything else he can find off the train line.
Okay.
And he does
Smart
wander,
guy.
and he does wander into the town of Banff from time to time.
Looking for a little morsel.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have like a, what have they got? Is the
Children.
spaghetti factory? They got one of those there, haven't they? Been to the spaghetti factory?
No, I haven't. I have been to Banff a number of times, but
It's very expensive now. I was there last year. Very expensive.
Typically, when you're in Banff, you don't like memorize the restaurants. It's
I got a tattoo while I was in Banff. Just a little spur of the moment tattoo.
because your wife and you got married there, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and I was like, hey, I should get a tattoo on my arm of Rundle Mountain, the mountain we
Oh, you showed me that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I recommend it. I was gonna plug the place where I got my tattoo done. Can't remember the name.
Oh, that's what I'm looking up. There's a statistic about Banff that I've said. That
I was
apparently
about STDs.
yeah
Yeah, it is the literal STD zone
of the
of the
Yeah, that's
world.
true. Of apparently it's the STD capital of, well, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm looking this up. Apparently it's anyway. This is fascinating stuff. When we pause the show to look stuff up.
Where can I get an STD and a tattoo and cheap spaghetti? Anyway, so
I remember I brought my brother to Banff for the first time back in 2009, and we left. It was for New Year's Eve, and we show up on the bus at night, and it's dark, and he doesn't understand the big deal because it's just he doesn't see the mountains because it's pitch black. He just sees this shitty little town where everyone's drinking and partying, and he's like, I don't get it. And then my brother wasn't a big partier, so he went to sleep early, and I stayed up and partied with people in Banff, and then we went to sleep, and then we both woke up the next day when everyone else was hungover and still asleep, and we walked outside, and he saw the three mountains, and he was just gobsmacked. He's like, okay, I get it now. It was pretty cool.
I get it now. I can see what the fuss was about. This is why had he never seen pictures of Banff before?
Oh, I guess he must have. I never even thought
Must
of
have
it.
seen
But
it,
pictures don't really do it justice. It's just you got to be there.
You
sort of
do.
thing. It's kind of like the Grand Canyon. Pictures do not do it justice. I was there and I was like, oh my god, I see what the fucking all the trouble's about.
I was there. We stayed in the hotel right on the edge of the
amazing.
canyon, and we went out for the day. We went out for a day trip, and the cleaners left our door open to our room, and we had suitcases and stuff in there. So my wife is really good at complaining, and we got free breakfast. That's my story from the Grand Canyon.
Nice. Your wife is really good at complaining.
She's really good at complaining. I'm too nice. I can't do it. I'm just like, hey, it's fine. We'll just be.
I feel like this is a little peek into Reese's marriage.
I know. I know. John's getting some Timbits behind.
I see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hi, John.
Yeah, but she's very good. If there's some complaining to be done, trust me, She's really good at getting free stuff. The time we went to the hotel in Toronto, the one that the bar you went to,
the library bar.
Yeah, and we were checking in, and as we walked in, there was a sex worker screaming at the hotel staff because someone had hired her for her services on the gold floor and then kicked her off the gold floor without paying her, which meant that she basically hadn't got paid. She couldn't get back up there, and she was screaming. So I was there with my little kids while this sex worker was screaming about this guy didn't give me my money and all this kind of thing. And my wife complained, but they got free milk and cookies brought to the room for the kids.
So it sounds to me like your wife is really good at complaining, but not really good at asking for something specific, because it sounds like every time the reward is completely random, which is also kind of fun.
It is.
All right, I
it's
did
great.
my job of complaining. Now we're going to see what we get. Let's roll the dice.
She does it.
She does
it in a perfectly respectful way. That's a good thing. She doesn't cause a scene. It's a very subtle form of British complaining.
Right.
That is a real art form. And she does it. And then I always go on and complain. Let's see what we can get this time.
Hey, Jill. Why are you so sad?
Jimmy, it's my clothes. A genetically modified raccoon has moved into my closet and claimed dominion over everything. I had to borrow this outfit from a poorly dressed friend.
Jill, take a deep breath and look at my clothes. I'm adorned in cool podcast merch, from the coolest podcast Canada has ever birthed.
Is that Stephen Harper?
Yes, it is.
Laying eggs on the dark side of the moon.
His spawn shall ravage the earth?
How prophetic.
I know. Get your ass to tpublic.com/user/Canada is boring, and you too can be the coolest mofo in the room.
That's tpublic.com/user/Canada is boring.
I am Jill, bringer of death.
Patreon.com/Canada is boring. Canada's coolest club. Premium fun, privileged access to secret content, a chat app with the hosts, hours of fun for everyone, the promise of eternal life.
Patreon.com/Canada is boring.
A can of Coke and a pickle. Well, all right, I guess.
I mean, you never
know what you're gonna get.
Exactly. So anyway, the boss was eating grain off the railway and got hit by a train. In what year was this? It was sometime I think in the mid 2010s. He got hit by a train while on the tracks, which should probably have killed him, but he survived.
Oh, that's too bad.
And not only that, he survived, but also
hold on, wait. This is in Alberta. This is the tracks. They're not like zooming around train buildings where he is. They're like long stretches of train.
They're like 2 miles
track.
long. Yeah,
right. So like that means he saw this thing coming and didn't give a fuck.
Well, it hit him, and then apparently, it didn't kill him. He got better from being hit by a train with no medical help.
And what did he think when he saw this train barreling down at him?
It was a bear, Jesse.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, but anyway, he learned from it, and now goes on.
Has
the
been
tracks
training for years, and is
avoids
awaiting
the trains don't hit him. He steps off just in time, apparently.
Just in time. So now it's a game for him.
That's words I throw in. That might not be true, but he plays games with the trains.
As the train barrels past him as he's stepped off the tracks, 1 second later, the conductor looks back and sees the boss holding up what can only be a bare middle finger as he barrels past him in the snow.
But this is another crazy fact about him. He's not he's the biggest, he's the meanest, he's got cannibalistic tendencies, but also he's fucking smart. So they're a really busy.
Hold on, are you saying that he's fucking smart because he's learned how not to get hit by a train?
No, because of this next fact I'm about to share with you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. Me no hit get by trains no more. Anyway. Me smart. So he knows when there's a really busy road in a populated area, it's very hard for them to cross safely. Like bears do get hit by vehicles.
True.
But he's learned that if he hangs around on the edge of the road, Parks Canada will come and close the road if somebody reports him and block the heavy traffic so he can cross because they want to avoid a grizzly getting hit.
That's
so
a lot of patience.
He routinely goes to the edge of the road. That could take
like an entire fucking like hours, if not a day.
I mean, they do respond pretty quickly, and especially in Banff National Park is very like well policed by the park rangers. So he'll just go to the edge and go, right, I'm just going to wait here until they close the road for me. Like I'm the fucking queen. And then, and they do, and he crosses and he's fine. And that's why he's lived nearly 30 years. And because he's the most dominant male in the park, it's thought that he has fathered up to 70% of the grizzlies in Banff National Park in that area.
Jesus. All right. So
and they basically collected as much of his hair as they could for DNA to test from the thing. So basically, badass bear, smart, survived for a long time, and is now the papa of so many grizzlies in Banff National Park.
That's amazing. We're gonna have some badass fucking bears in the next generation.
I know. It's just Darwinian kind of rules dictate that you're just going to have these super smart badass bears for the next few years.
Damn, son. All right, cool.
What did you like, Bay 122?
I prefer calling him the boss. It's
the boss.
Way cooler. Yeah.
Boss bear. Yeah. Do you want to do an STD zone and tell everyone your amazing survival tactic?
Hold on a second. I want to see. I don't know how to play something from my tribe. I need to play something for you.
Okay.
Where is it here?
What are you playing something for me?
Yes. No, I couldn't help but hear this in my head the entire fucking time you were talking about the boss. Let me just play this. It won't let me play it. Is it uploaded?
There you go. I can do it.
Okay, so this is a video that I edited for one of these vertical dramas.
Are you licensed to show this?
No, not at all.
Are you going to get in trouble with the people who pay you money?
Absolutely.
It's all over now. It's over.
From here on out, you aren't Ethan anymore. You're Mr. Pierce.
You're the boss now.
The boss. The boss. The boss. The boss. The boss.
The boss.
The boss.
Boss. The boss. The boss. They stopped.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know how to close it, but I thought that was
what the fuck.
That'd be fun to add that in. It's just been echoing in my head the whole episode.
Maybe that's what they do when he stops on the side of the road to cross. Everyone gets out their cars and they all just chant "the boss, the boss" as he crosses the road. I guess he's the boss now. So.
STD zone.
STD zone.
You are now entering the STD zone. Incoming STD. Loading small talk. Enhancing anecdotes. Dick jokes processing. You have reached the small talk dimension zone.
So Jesse, tell us your amazing strategy for surviving a bear attack.
I mean, I just think it's logical, right? Like if a bear were chasing me,
just common sense.
If I'm in the woods, I have to be in the woods, right?
And you don't have to be. You could be.
Well, for this,
it could be a prairie or a meadow.
No,
even a river.
Meadow. I'd be fucked.
Okay.
I have to. In order for this to work, it's just be in the woods. I know I've mentioned this before, and people have ridiculed me, but they haven't provided evidence to the contrary. If a bear is chasing me, it's like, you look hungry, I'm going to eat you, and is coming at me. A bear will 100% kill me if it gets its claws on me, it'll 1000% chase me down. It is faster than me. However, I am, with my lower center of gravity and just nimbleness, I am faster at rotating. I can maneuver in a small space much faster than a large bear. I just have to pick a tree and keep the tree between it and me. I can move around the tree faster than a bear can move around the tree. And I can do that for days if need to, until it gets bored or tired or hungry and leaves. That's the That's the whole idea.
Just say that again. You run around a tree.
Just keep a tree between me and the bear. The bear can't run around a tree faster than I can run around a tree.
And you know this for a fact?
No. It's a guess.
So your entire amazing genius
guess.
plan is based on the assumption that you can run around a tree faster than a bear.
Well, think about it. It can't be like a massive tree, because then the circle where it's running is much larger, and that gives it an opportunity.
So you think you're more maneuverable?
Yes. Yeah. If it has to be a small enough tree that it can't bend it over, but or big enough that it can't like push it over, but small enough that I could just keep it between it and me, because it has to pivot its entire fucking body, right, and then kind of run in an arc to chase me down around this little tree, right? So all I have to do is just dodge and keep this tree between us.
So potentially for hours and days, you're going to do some kind of weird crab run.
Absolutely.
Like a sideways crab run.
If I can't run away from this thing, if I can't climb a tree to get away from it, and I can't fight it, what are my options? Just
apart
wait
from do a 360 crab dance around a tree.
Yes.
I think that if your assumption is that you can do it faster,
which I think I can. I think that's the one thing I can do faster than a bear. I think everything else I'm fucked.
Yeah,
the tree has to be of certain width. That's the thing. It can't be. You can't be picturing these giant redwoods, right? Where I am also running around the tree. Like I have to be maneuvering around the tree. It has to be small enough where it gets annoyed or bored or tired.
This is very Scooby-Doo.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's going to run past the same plant pot 5 times to cut animation costs. And then somehow you're running behind the bear, and the bear can't work it out, and you realize you're now chasing the bear.
I think this would
very.
If anyone,
the Jesse Harley Hanna-Barbera solution, we'll call it.
Exactly. I don't know. Like no one's come up with a counter argument other than you're an idiot, Jesse. Which
my counter argument is this is based entirely on the idea that you can get around a tree faster than a bear. And also,
the knowledge of physics with my body and seeing bears in like video and in the wild and how they move, right? They can do like sprints, like they can go in one direction really, really fast, like a train, but they can't corner so quickly. That's the whole base. This is what this whole theory is based off of. Their inability to corner as quickly as their ability to move like a train in one direction if they wanted to, Just keep something between you.
The jury's out, but I'm encouraging you to try it to prove us wrong.
Gonna go Banff and find the boss.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just bring a bucket of chicken with me.
Exactly. Oh God.
You already told your STD story with Banff.
With Banff.
Yeah, with your wife and getting the can of Coke and the pickle.
Oh, I was going to say actually as well. My son's having a difficult time in school when he's gone to high school, and they haven't really planned things out very well, and he has to do gym with like 3 or 4 other classes. So they're trying to organize like 100 kids in one medium-sized gymnasium.
What? At the same time?
At the same time.
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
It's crazy. I don't understand it. And they're like,
what high school is he going to?
I'm going to say where my kids go to school on the internet, Jesse.
All right. Well,
anyway,
fair.
I mean, he seems to be enjoying it. The thing is that it's the first time he's at that age now when he can leave at lunchtime. They're allowed to. So he's like, I had a burrito today for lunch, or I went out for Indian food. And I'm like, this kid's eating better than me. I'm working downtown. And he's just going out, like eating whatever lunch he fancies. He's got his own money. So
how does he have his own money?
because he does chores and he has birthday.
Oh, he's
Christmas
good.
money,
So you guys,
and
he
saves
has
up.
his own money from you guys. Okay, so that's not.
Yeah, no,
it's a little different than child labor. Okay.
It's technically what chores are, Jesse. So. But
not unconvinced that's the only reason people have children these days. Is for
there was no when I was in school, there was nowhere to walk to go and get food at lunchtime. Nowhere.
Yeah, there was one shitty little pizza place / corner store around the corner from us, and that was it.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of places around there that are like making an absolute fortune at lunchtime from the high school kids.
Nice,
it's good. There's a like a ice cream place, like a diner ice cream place, and I think that's the future, Jesse. If you want to make a ton of money, open something that sells junk food next to a school.
What was your high school experience like?
I went to a thing called comprehensive school.
Okay.
Which is the British version. So between
comprehend this.
Yeah, exactly. Comprehend.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of mysteries and magic shows. And
so they used in the UK, when you were 11, you did an exam called the 11 plus, and you either went to a grammar school if you're academic or a technical school if you weren't as academic. And that would mean you trained to be a mechanic or something like that was kind of practical, or like a factory worker versus like a doctor or a lawyer. And they got rid of that, and they came up with a comprehensive school where everyone went to the same school together. So from about the age of 11 to 16 was when you would attend, and they kick you out at 16. And then you can go to a sixth form, which is like the last 2 years to get you up to 18, but you don't have to go. You can like literally just leave school at 16 and join the army, or you can like get a job.
Wow. For real?
Yeah.
Like what's 16? What would that be?
What's 16?
Like, no, I'm just trying to think of what grade that would be. Like in Canadian grade system. Like, are we talking like before high school?
Well, no. Before high school ended, yeah.
Before high school ended. Okay.
2
so
years.
You could, like grade 10 or something.
Yeah.
And then you could just leave and join the military.
Like, or they always had recruiters at my school.
I mean, like, I would dare argue that in some instances, depending on the military could be more educational than high school. Like my friend Jeremy,
if you want to learn how to kill a man, definitely.
Well, my friend Jeremy went to the reserves, and he had 5 different technical driving programs that he went through. Like he's the most efficient driver I've ever met in my entire life.
No,
right?
I think as well, like there's a element of you get paid well, they feed you, they give you a place to live, and they invest a lot of money training you. And then you can specialize and go to different routes. Like there's like a huge like amount of choice as well. So you can end up being very well trained. And if you join young, by the time you're 30, you can leave and have some type of pension and be fully well trained to move into civilian life with like very qualified, and you don't have any student debt. Like it is, if
I mean, these are all upsides. The downsides is you may have to murder a lot of people.
but if you come from like a low income family and like college isn't an option for you, but
then murdering people doesn't sound so bad.
But you want to see the world, and you want to get like trained and not just be unqualified your whole life. It is a very, very kind of like is a good option for people who just want to go out and build their own life and get a, if they don't have a good family life and they're frustrated, they can go off and do their own thing. So I think yeah, like is the military ultimately your job?
Again, like I guess you don't theoretically have to murder people. Like even if there's a war happening,
you might.
You could be be an electrician, or just be friends with murderers. Like everyone you know is potentially a murderer.
No, but this is the interesting thing. When they analyzed like World War II, like most people shot in the direction of other people, but weren't actually aiming to kill. There was only a small percentage of people who were shooting to aim to kill.
Are you serious? I wonder if it was the same on the other side.
And no, it is. It's just a human thing where a lot of people will just fire indiscriminately in the direction without necessarily going for that. And then it was I can't remember the study, but if you Google it, but it was saying like there's a 5 to 10% of people who are like capable and able to do that, and they're the ones who are typically in it to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I mean, that makes sense.
And most people are just like, run away. I don't want to be a. And then there's some people who are like, I'm in the zone. I'm having a good time.
Fuck yes.
No,
Get it back on, yeah.
But I think like even those people probably carry a burden from doing that, I imagine. Anyway, so yeah.
Before we go, I wanted to. I was just in Toronto as dear listener. One of our previous episodes was me and Reese in Toronto, and I listened to the episode. It was ridiculous. It was like one of the weirdest episodes we put out. But I was there for TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival. I just want to give a shout out to my friend Howie, who put me up for a week and slept on his futon and gave me his bed. How nice of him. He didn't have to do that, but he did, so that I could have a place to stay while I went.
Who put you up or put up with you?
Both. So thank you, Howie, if you're listening.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really nice of him.
Cool. Awesome. Right. Well, see you soon. And sorry that we missed a week. Just some stuff happened, but we're all good.
Stuff happened. Yeah.
That's all you need to know. Mind your own business. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Super they cool, they much too polite. A place that's exciting with kryptonite. You may fall asleep with no warning because Canada